Okay, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a tutorial for Canva, and this is a design software that you can have on your computer, kind of like the alternative to Photoshop. Also, it is pretty easy to use, and of course, you're gonna learn that in this tutorial. I'm so excited to go ahead and dive in. I have been asked, and I've also seen plenty of my friends and entrepreneurial friends who just want to design some stuff at the very beginning of entrepreneurship and they just don't know how or how to go all about it. So this is all the basics, and let's dive right in. So Canva is the software I blanked out there software that we're going to be using. So go ahead and Google Canva. We're going to go ahead and click it. It should be the first one that comes up, and it's pretty easy. It's like you were saying there, design at your fingertips. I love it, and yes, it's amazing. Okay, cool. So when you come in here, you're gonna go ahead and create an account. You can use Facebook to sign in, or you can use Google to sign in, or you can just use your email if you don't want to tie it to any of those. Once you create your account, you're gonna go ahead and come into this area, which is gonna be your workspace. Now, mine is filled with a bunch of things because I have created a few things here and there. Don't get overwhelmed by this, okay? Just don't get overwhelmed by this. This is what I'm going to go ahead and teach you how to do all these things. So, what you're going to be focusing on is create a design. Now, what I really love about this is that it already has templates for you. So you can see up here popular designs people have created, most likely Facebook post, Instagram channel, art for YouTube, email header, blog, Facebook cover, logos, and you can go crazy, okay, on all of this. So I am so excited to show you. Today I thought I start off with something very, very, very wanted, and it's gonna go ahead and be a Facebook post. Now before we do that, I also want to show you a little bit more. If we scroll down here, so we have all your social media posts like Twitter, okay, Tumblr. We have documents that you can create, letters, presentations, letterheads, a magazine, a resume. So you can just, your imagination can just run wild with creativity here. Blogging and ebooks. Oh my god, I love this. Anybody who's trying to write an ebook right now and you need a cover, come in Canva and you can go ahead and design it. Marketing materials such as your business card, amazing gift certificates if you have a brick and mortar shop, trifold brochures you can take at a expo or whatever you're installing your booths, or again brick and mortar. We have social media and email headers. Email headers are going to come really handy when you start creating email marketing and events. So we have like invitations. This is if you are a designer and you create invitations at home, you would just sell on Etsy or things like that. Okay. We also have Facebook ads. And we have all these awesome things here. Okay, so these are just ads like if you want an ad on the side of your website, this is perfect for that. So these are all like website type ads. Okay, cool. So like if you've seen like affiliates give you content and like a package with ads and pictures, this is probably it, the sizes that they give them to you. Okay, so Facebook post, you're going to go ahead and click it. If you notice the template, it's already set up for you and it's telling you that it's 940 pixels by 788 pixels. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click it, and when we click it, it's going to go ahead and take us to our workspace. It's actually going to create another tab. Okay, so just keep this in mind that you can always come back to the original tab and start creating other things, but it's going to open up a new tab. And so here we go. Okay, and this awesome menu starts coming up, and then here is your blank template. Okay, completely blank, and your imagination can go wild. Remember that this is a Facebook post. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and create this post. Let's start off by each button here. You have your search bar, which you can type in words, and anything you type in, a predetermined filter is gonna come up. So let's type in, I don't know, the word happy. Let's take a look. Okay, happy, cool. And you'll notice that some of these are free and some of these are not. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. If you like the ones that are free, awesome, you can go ahead and use them. And so what you would do is honestly just click and it appears. Okay, cool. So we can go ahead and just quickly delete that. Now if you notice, when you download or click on one that says $1 or is a paid one, it'll come up with these lines, and at the end it'll ask you for payment. Say if you actually really liked one of these, and once you're done creating your design and we're going to go ahead and save it or download it to our computer, it will go ahead and ask you for a credit card number. So let's go ahead and delete this one as well. Let's see. Okay, we have layouts, and you can create any type of layout. So these are templates. These are really great to start with if you have no idea what to create your post like. These are really good ideas to start with. And again, some of these have paid features on them. Some of these are completely free, and you can edit them. So you can come in here. Let's take this one. So you really like this one, and you can just, you know, double click here on. We can edit this text here. Okay. So let's also go ahead and delete that. Okay, cool. And again, this is just the drop down menu, which you can access the previous menu that's on this tab right here. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Awesome. Okay, let's look at our elements now. Our elements is pretty nifty. We've got a whole bunch of things going on here. Okay, I'm gonna go in depth really quick on all of these. It's very all useful. I use them all the time. Now, if you go into the free photos one, remember when we typed in the word happy, we can actually filter and it can show us happy pictures. So this ones, for example, are just the ones on top. So let's see. If you like any one of these are all free, amazing, beautiful photos with high resolution that you can go ahead and just add in there. Like, for example, this coffee one. Oh yeah, I like it. And we have these handlebars here and this rotation tool. If you notice, resize, resize, resize. What you do is you just click and drag in and drag out, and you can size this picture. All the images here are really high quality, so you can really have fun resizing these without losing any of the quality or grainy of, making the picture grainy. So yeah, and then you can just reposition that. Boom. Look at that. Ooh, amazing. Oh, the text was left in there. I guess we just deleted the background from the other one. But look at this post. That post, doesn't that look amazing already? Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and delete all of this then. Okay, and when you delete something, you can go ahead and click the trash can button right here. Okay, boop. Delete that. Boop. We're gonna go ahead and delete that. And there was some text there. Go ahead and delete that. And delete that. Okay, great. Okay, and remember once we searched happy, happy comes back up again. Okay, okay, so that was photos. Grids. Grids are very useful if you kind of have an idea of what you want your layout to look like. Say for example, you wanted a big picture here and 3 little pictures here. You can definitely click on this layout, and it really just divides the workspace into these layouts. So you can click and drag photos in here. And so you can just click and drag this guy here. Okay. Cool. And then you can delete this workspace once you're happy with your layout. Okay, so that's grids, and it's a whole bunch of grids here that you can take a look how you want to divide your post or your little workspace. Okay, cool. Frames. Frames is pretty awesome because it lets you add frames to any picture. These are all the frames here. This one slices up the picture for you, so that's really cool. So see, they also have an iPhone or an iPad. Works really well if you're trying to create a product, and this is how they create that product. That shows you that it's already, you know, in the iPad or it's already in the iPhone. Shapes, another awesome tool. Of course, it's just a whole bunch of shapes, but it's not just square, round, and triangles. It's, you know, stars and like little banners here. Shapes without the backgrounds, and you can change the color of these two as well. Some of them have two colors, like for example, this one would have two colors right here. You can edit the colors here and here. Okay, so that's really cool, and you can add these if you have an offer going on and a coupon, and you just want to like, bam, here's the price of this. So I really like that for that. Okay, we have lines, and that just pretty sums it up. It's a whole bunch of lines and different widths and looks. Okay, so that's pretty cool. This one is like a little background line, so I really love that. So you can just, you know, resize that, put it there, boom. Or you have like a little top of a banner. I love this so much. You come down to your text. There's already this preset text here that you can just add, kind of like a stamp. Okay, now I like these, but I don't like them too much because it's all not completely editable. So I like to just, if I really wanted these, I can just go back to the shapes, get the shape, and then write the text on top. Sometimes it just won't let you really edit that well. So here's the original text that you can just have. You can add a big heading, subheading, or a little paragraph text. There's 3 different sizes, but you can also edit one individually, so you don't have to just stick to these sizes. So we can click on the big one, and it would come up. And here's the type of font that you can pick from. Okay, here's the sizes. And see, even though it's this big heading, you can still just have it something very small. You can just change it. These are just preset size, so you can kind of tell like what should be what. You can also change the color. If you come down here, more color. Okay. You can also add more colors if you don't feel like you like this one and you want to, you know, see the pinwheel of colors. Here we go. And if you also know your color reference number, you can definitely go ahead and type it in there. You can bold the fonts, italicize it, align it left, right, center, or justify it in all caps or lowercase. And let's see, you can add bullet points to this, make a little list or not. The text spacing, I wouldn't mess too much with this unless you're a really pro designer, but it really just letter spacing, how much spacing goes between the letters. Sometimes I do use this, but again, this is kind of like a pro feature, so let me just go ahead and enlarge this text so you can see that. So you can just either break the letters apart or just bring them in together. The line spacing is if you have 2 lines next to each other. Let's just write the same thing in, oops, aft. There we go. And so the line space just makes it if it's closer in or closer apart. But it's kind of cool to just mess around with either way. Okay, and then we have your copy, which you can copy this section of text, and copy it, and then you can just use it somewhere else. Okay, of that. Okay, this is a range. It's blacked out right now. It's graded out, but if we put it on top of something else, it'll come back on. The reason is because it'll tell you if you how you want to arrange this. Do you want it to go in the back or the front of something? So it's really useful, like when creating one of these, you just get the shape and you put the text on top of it, so you can rearrange it that way. The gradient is transparency. How much do you want it to show? Full, bleed, or not? You know. So you can kind of get a little creative on this. Also, for example, let's say you wanted this particular piece of text to every time someone clicked it, they can go into a website. You can go ahead and add this nifty thing here. So you can link it. So if anybody clicks on it, you can link it to your home page or your lead magnet or whatever it may be. So you would type in the link, like so. Let's just do facebook.com, apply. So anytime someone would click on it, it would just kick them to facebook.com. Okay, cool. Awesome. So let's go ahead and delete this and delete this. Okay, cool. Let's see what else. Let's go to background, and this is if you want to add a color on the back. Also, they do have some free patterns here, and the color wheel works the same. You can add your own color here, create your own. Okay, they have patterns. Some of them are free, and you can just click, and it'll go on to the workspace. And some of these are paid. So see, for example, like if we keep scrolling down, there'll be some paid ones. Here we go, like $1. And again, once you click them, if you really like this one, it'll come up with this watermark on top of it. So it won't let you completely finish the design until you go ahead and download it or save it to your computer. I'll ask you again for a credit card. Okay, cool. Then we have uploads. Okay. So normally all the pictures I want particularly aren't in the software itself. Like if I were to search for something, maybe the picture I'm not looking for, it's not here. So this is where the uploads button works. Now I use this a lot because sometimes I don't want to pay for the pictures that are in there, and I'm just creating the educational content. So I can go ahead and open up a new tab. So you would open up a new tab, and you can go ahead and look for pictures. So say I am looking for the specific picture I'm looking for is someone being happy. So I would type in woman happy keywords, and let's see what comes up under images. Okay, now the other thing I want to let you know is you want to get these high resolution images, and how you would do that would be to go under search tools. So after you search, you're under the tab images, go to search tool. This menu comes up here, and then you want to take a look at the size. Okay, size, and see right now it says any size. We don't just want any size, we want large. Okay, so that way all the big large images come up and they're all high resolution. So if you take a look at this one as I'm hovering over this one, it says 2000 by 1000. Okay, 1536 by 1033, and these are great quality. So when I shrink them down, I won't lose the quality, or if I need to scale them up, I won't lose the quality of the image. See, for example, if I were to go to any size can come up, and sometimes the pictures are really, really small. And like for example, this one, and this is legit the size of the picture. So if I wanted to scale this picture, I would lose all the quality of it. And it'll tell you that the quality of it, see, 200 by 300. Pretty small. Okay? So that's why I like to just, that way I don't fall in love with the image. But yeah, so search tools, size, and go large. Awesome. Okay, say for example, I found my image that I want. Let's say this one. Okay. Find the image that I want, and then I go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and download it. So you right click on the image and you just look for save as. There we go. Save image as. Okay, and usually I would have a folder right on the desktop where I can go ahead and store all my images, so they're not just cluttering all of my desktop space, or just having them in random places that I just can't find them later. Okay, so I have this file there, and I'm gonna go ahead and save it there. Okay, great. So I would go back to Canva on this Facebook post I was working on, and then for upload images, upload my own images. And now I know exactly where to go. My images aren't lost. And I have a great workflow, and this really helps you with your workflow, okay? So we'll go to Happy Woman, open image, we're gonna choose that. And then it uploads here, and it'll take about a couple of seconds. This bar will tell you too. There we go. Uploading, and it might take a couple of seconds, just depending on the image file, but since these are large, normally a couple of seconds. So we can now click on it, and image comes in. Amazing. So see, I can go ahead and scale this as much as possible, and the quality doesn't get lost. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a post on it. So we can resize it. Oh, click and drag it. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's make her fit here. There we go. Okay. Awesome. So now she's there. She's looking amazing. You know, I just want to... There we go. Just like that. And you know what? Maybe there's a sale going on and she's really, really excited. Okay. So we can go ahead and come back in here on our elements. And let's look at them all together, actually. Okay, so our elements. Remember when I was telling you about this text area? Sometimes it's not all editable. So say, for example, I wanted to use this one. Okay, so it comes in. There we go. So she's really excited about this sale that's going to be happening. So let's see. I'm going to type in sale. It's little capitals. I mean, it's a sale, right? Boom, sale. Okay, awesome. And then let's say, for example, I didn't want it to say this. I can just delete that, right? Okay. But the thing is that, say for example, now I have this like empty space up here. So now I can't make this like sale part, the sale text, move up. So that's what I mean by it's not all completely like, you know, able to be editable. So I don't like that. Well, let's go ahead and create the same thing, but I didn't like that part, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. I'm gonna go ahead and come here, and we're just gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna add sale. There we go. And maybe I want this text to be like 72. Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna drag it over here. Okay, cool. There we go. I want to change the text, and I'm gonna change the text to this nice cursive here. Okay, sale. I'm not liking it. Let's go ahead and do this. Maybe bold. Maybe want a little bold Anton there. Sale. Yay! Okay. Now I want to change the color to it. So we can go ahead and change the color. Let's go for a bright red. That's about right. Okay. There we go. Sale. And notice I got some exclamation marks. She's so excited about the sale. You know what? Let's add 30% off on the sale. Who doesn't like a 30% off sale? 30% off sale. Boom! Woo! I'm loving it. Okay, we're gonna go back to our elements, and we're gonna add a shape behind it. And let's see. We can go ahead and add this one. I like this one. Okay. So remember arranging it. This is what I was telling you about arranging it. So see, maybe we don't want it completely over her. Maybe we want it behind her. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the text in front of this first. Go ahead and arrange that like that. hit arrange, and we're going to bring forward. There we go. Ooh, awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and resize this a little too big. Okay, now this red and purple is not jamming. I'm going to change this purple. Let's go maybe with a blue. Oh, look at that. Looks nice. Okay, you can just color pick your color. Okay. Yeah, go around the wheel. That blends in too much. Purple. I like that. For now, remember you have all creativity. Doesn't have to be all this way. 30% sale. I mean off. Right? There you go. And I can either resize this or change the size of the font. Boom. Okay. So I can click and drag both of these elements, and I can... Oh, my picture moves. Okay, I'm gonna undo. So it's a great thing that this happens, so I can show you how to undo. So you will come up here, next to File, there's a button Undo. You can go ahead and undo. And I think it undoes about like 5 steps. So definitely if you don't like something, go ahead and undo that. So we're gonna go ahead and click these two things, okay? So how you do that is click one item and hold shift and you click the second item. So puts them together. Okay. And let's say I want to go ahead and move these as one item now. I don't want to continuously click and shift both items. So I'm going to go ahead and group them. Come up here to this button that says a group. Click on it. Boom. Item is completely grouped. Okay, but I also have the ability to go in and edit each individual layer. I really like that. Okay. Just definitely excited for the sale. Great. Okay, so let's say this is our Facebook post. We love it, and we're gonna go ahead and save it. Okay. So when you come here to download. Okay, and it's gonna tell you file type. If you click this drop down, it's gonna give you a couple. It's gonna tell you JPEG, PNG, PDF, or a print. And if you're doing, a workbook, PDF, of course, like an ebook cover, JPEG, it's a lower resolution, but PNG, I find that it's the best, and it also says recommended, but it's definitely the best. So PNG. You also have the option to have a transparent background. Say if we didn't even want this white space to show up, you would click on that. However, that is a paid feature, so you would have to upgrade to the the software on Canva, and that is about, I think, $12 a month, but it has amazing features that you can come into play with your branding and your business, and I can show you that in another video. So what you would do is, just for now, don't click that, because it's just keep in mind that everything you do inside Canva, completely free, you're going to have this white background attached to it, okay? So you can go ahead and click download. And what it's going to do is already downloading. It's automatically going to download to your downloads. Now, if you are using a Mac, there you go. So, and if you're using a Mac, it'll show you. So your design is ready and downloading. And also, I like that it gives you a nice little caption here. There are 3 responses to a piece of design: yes, no, and wow. Wow is the one to aim for. Milton Glaser. Awesome. I love these because it's gives you a little thing to think about. So we're going to go ahead and, if you have a Mac, you're going to open your Finder. If you have a PC, you're going to go to the Windows section, like the little big button icon at the bottom. And you're going to go ahead and find it here in your downloads, okay? Mine is right here. And you go in the PC into the Windows and the computer, and on the left side it would be downloads. Now, it also automatically opens up. And look at this. It's beautiful high-resolution image, 30% off sale. Amazing. So that way you can take a look at how it really looks like. But you go into your downloads folder, and it should be there. It should be one of the first top files. If not, you can hit this date modified. Just click it once or twice. As long as it says the top one is today, the top one should always be your most recent one. So here it is, and then you can go ahead into Facebook and upload this one. Or you can move it out of here into a specific folder where you can start storing all those pictures. And just remember that storing them, instead of taking them out of download and storing them into a specific folder, creates a nice workflow. Trust me. I'll go ahead and do another video on workflow as well, so you can kind of see what I mean. That way it's not messy, you're not having to do extra steps. It's just really simple. So this was it for today. This was Canva, and this is our nice little Facebook app. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and you can go ahead and share it as well. Thank you. Bye.